what's going on, guys? My name is Rampage, and welcome to my sort of comparison between the PS3's XMB and the PS4's home screen. So, I was one of those people that actually preferred the XMB, and, after buying a PS4, I don't know what to feel about the PS4's home screen. It feels like there's a lot of things just all over the place. It feels kind of like the Xbox 360 dashboard. I was never a fan of that either. But, yeah. So the reason why I prefer the XMB and would love for Sony to actually listen and be like, oh, we'll allow people to use the old style sort of home screen XMB sort of thing, rather than the PS4 version, or sort of stylize it similar to this. Now, you might be asking yourself, why the hell would you want that? Well, here's why. Now, settings and users, and also turn off system, are separate options. Whereas on PS4, settings is, it's separate option, but then turn off system is next to that. Then I think it has users or whatever. I don't know. We'll go through it in a second. I've only had the console for a day, not even that. So sorry if I'm a bit wrong. But yeah, so that is another thing. That is one thing that I find really weird and annoying. But yeah, it's settings. Everything is where it should be, and it's easy to access. Theme settings. I don't even think the PS4 has this. And if it does, help me find it, because I have no idea where it is. I don't know how to change the time. Another good one is I don't know how to change the display settings. And on PS4, I found this really awkward, is that when I go to the internet, whatever, to change the settings or whatever, I click on OK, whatever, go custom, wireless, and then I go scan. This is on PS3, right? It finds whatever is in my area, which mine's the top one. Then it has the security. So I put the code in. Not going to show you what it is, obviously. Okay, now directly after that, before it tries to sign in or before it tries to get any information from the router, it gives me the IP address setting. Now, the PS4 version doesn't do this. It does it after it can get information from your router. Now, why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem for me because I can't fucking use Wi-Fi, because it doesn't work for me at all because of that instance where it tries to get information from the router. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, that it might have something to do with the DHCP server or whatever it is, or that server thing that automatically gives your console or whatever device a specific IP address. I don't like using that. I like using static addresses because I find them a lot easier to control rather than, switching every now and then, which is really annoying. So, yeah, that is something that really pissed me off. What else is there? Categories. Actual categories. So we have photo gallery. You can have playlists or add photos and stuff in there, whatever. I don't use it because I think it's kind of stupid. Music, same thing. Playlists, or you can add a lot of music in there. And video, same thing. Now, the downfall with the video playback on the PS3 was that it didn't support a lot of file formats. Didn't support MKV, I believe, and a lot of other formats as well. And in order to get a few, I think it was 8-track or whatever, and WMV, I actually had to turn them on in the options menu. But I think that's actually not a bad idea if, Sony decide on the PS4 that they would allow for more codec support and stuff like that via the options menu rather than just sort of supporting it right out the gate, then that's fine. But they haven't started doing that. Again, TV video services on PS4, I'll show you in a minute. It's basically click this, then scroll through everything that is available, rather than just showing you what you actually have. So here's just, 3 options. And the first one, I don't even have to click on, but I have to on PS4. So, what? And another thing is that everything related to games is under here, under game, with, game data utilities, memory card utility. I have no idea why it uses that, but I think it uses it for PS1, but whatever, it should be PS1 memory card, because memory card, to me, means that it's for both PS1 and PS2. But anyway, you can also have PSP saved data utility, and a PS3 saved data, obviously, and the PlayStation Store is under here. And obviously your disc comes up when you put a disc in. Now all of your other games are stored underneath that. For some reason, SingStar is automatically at the top. I don't fucking want this, Sony. Get rid of it. I don't want forced things on my system. Same with like quick flicks. I don't want that. Why? Why is it there? I use Netflix. Just piss it off. And Spotify, I never downloaded that, but yet it's still there by default. Stuff like that was really irritating when it first came out. I sort of got used to not caring for it, but it is still annoying. So stuff like that needs to be fixed, or altered at least, but obviously they're not going to give a shit about the PS3 anymore, so it won't be fixed at all or changed. Now, under network, we have remote play, internet browser, internet search, and download management. Now, download management on PS4 has changed from under network, or under this specific category, to notifications. Now, at first glance, it might not seem like a big deal, but I have to scroll a lot further than I did on PS3. So it seems like a massive step backwards in terms of the overall usability of the UI. And that just irritates me beyond belief. And account management, to go through your recent downloads and stuff like that. I still haven't found out where I can find my download list, so yay. Another thing to note, so it says the same sort of stuff here. Is that about it? Yeah, I think so. Alright, let's switch to PS4. Okay, I'm back. So this is the PS4 user interface. Now, at first glance, you might already pick out something that I find really stupid, and that is that the games that you have, that you load up, or whatever it does when you start up the game, you stick it in the console, it does this weird sort of load thing, and then it adds that option or that game to your list thing here. But what is really strange is that they don't actually, I don't know, it just isn't coherent. Like, it's not Uncharted, then the Order 1886, or the Order 1886, then Uncharted. It's not like alphabetical order or anything like that, because the Order 1886 was the first game I stuck in this PS4, then it was Uncharted. So I'm not really too sure what the hell they're thinking about this, because it just seems like if you add, 20 PS4 games, that it's just going to be incredibly cluttered. And that to me is just really strange, and why? Why would you even do that to yourself? But yeah, obviously this here is supposed to be the sort of main interface bit. Then if you click up, it goes to this, which again is another sort of layer to the original XMB. But this time around, it's got the original PlayStation Plus sort of thing as its own option. We have notifications. This option here is fucking irritating. Friends, which, yeah, okay. For some reason, it's all the way on the left. Events, okay, cool. I don't really see why that needs to be there. Messages, again, should be under friends. But I suppose that's a good way to have it there. But there's a few things that I want to go through that is just makes things a lot more difficult. Party, I haven't really been playing around with that. Profile, okay. I'm not too sure why this is here. It should be under something called network. Because I don't like, why? Why is it profile and then trophies here? Why? What else is there? So PlayStation Store is its own app on PS4. It is its own app on PS3 as well. But something you'll notice, I'm not going to demonstrate it in this video, but if you go back and use the PlayStation Store on PS3, you'll find that it's extremely bloody laggy. And I don't really understand why they bothered to change it to this new version of the PlayStation Store, because the original PlayStation Store was really snappy on PS3. They upgraded it to the new version of it, obviously slightly before the PS4 came out, and it just lagged like shit. Basically, to give the player more incentive, this is what I gather from it, to give the player more incentive to buy the newest version of the console. Which to me is a massive kick in the dick, because why? You're just hindering people from buying shit. But whatever, Sony. What's new? Never liked this. I don't know why they even introduced it. This should be, you should be able to turn this off, like you can in most modern fucking browsers on PC, like Chrome or Firefox. Stuff like Capture Gallery. So that's for screenshots and video clips. Okay. Internet browser, again, should be under, network or something like that, just to sort of make it less clutter-filled, right? Media player, okay, I can deal with that being there, but again, it should be under, video than music and stuff like that. I don't know, I just preferred the XMB. It just felt a lot more coherent, Live from PlayStation, don't care. If I don't have it on my system, why the fuck is it even there? Same with TV and video. This is what I was talking about. When you go to TV and video, you'll notice that I have Netflix installed. I don't know if... and I don't think any of these other things are installed, but... So something like Netflix, I would have to go to TV and video, go down, then Netflix. Rather than, on PS3, where you saw I went to network video or streaming or whatever the hell it was, and just clicked down 3 times, and I was there. Now, why this is a problem for me is that I can accidentally click something like this, and then it will load this, and then tell me to go and download it. That, to me, is just really strange, and I don't understand why they did that. If they... I don't know what I'm trying to say, but, if I'm downloading the apps here, right, shouldn't Netflix be in this bit rather than under TV and video? Because, I understand that they're trying to categorize everything, but it would make more sense if they hid it under something like My Channels or Channels or something like that. So you can click on it and then scroll through everything that they have available, or all the apps that they have available, rather than this mess of I don't know whether I have this installed sort of thing, right? PlayStation Music, okay, so they have their own thing there, and PlayStation Video, same sort of thing, which, again, is my videos, but I think I have to download it. Nope, it's, oh, okay, so it's like a movie, TV show, buy thing, sort of quick store page, okay. I don't know, I just find it a little bit weird. Obviously, the media player is really good, but it doesn't play a lot of codecs, and I'm not going to go in here and show you what I currently have on the system. But, yeah, it is, I don't know, it's good, but I would like the option to support more codecs and, encoding settings or whatever, because I imported one video, and it was like, it came up under the list, but then it was like, no, sorry, I can't view this file, sorry bro, and just sort of didn't want to play it, but yet I could play it on everything else I own. So yeah. Library, I'm not too sure what the hell this is. Oh, okay, so this has everything with my applications and stuff like that. That's okay. So that is what I was talking about, where it's categorized, yeah? But again, under TV and video, why the fuck is it showing me all of them? This is supposed to be my library, where everything I have on the system is listed under here, not everything else. And it only does it for apps for some reason. Or TV apps or whatever. What else? Okay. I do like the messages and shit. Like, that's pretty cool. I don't really care if you add me on Steam. Accessibility. So stuff like this is pretty cool, like bold text and larger text, stuff like that. But if they want to have like larger text, it would be nicer if they allow us, a specific size, or to set a specific size and stuff like that. Because what if people have like 70-inch screens? Like, it would get really weird, wouldn't it? But anyway, what? Enable custom button assignments. Customize button assignments. What? Oh, okay. So you can make it like left-handed or some shit. That's kind of cool. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Another thing that... Oh, why... Really? I can't click circle to get out of that menu. What the fuck? Network. Alright. So, set up internet connection. I go to Wi-Fi. Click on custom. And click on this one, which is me. Oops. And, alright, so another weird thing about this sort of keypad thing is that if I click L2, it's only it only does caps for the first letter, or that letter that you choose. You have to hold it in order to get full caps. But, yeah, why? I don't have to do that on PS3. So, why do I have to do that on PS4? At least, I used to not have to do it on PS3. I don't know whether I do now. But, yeah. Another weird thing about it, video playback on the PS3, is that they changed a lot of the buttons around. Because X was pause and play originally, but now it's like, I don't know, some other button, or start, I think it is. But they changed it back on the PS4, which is really awkward and weird, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna block this out whilst I put my password in. Yep, so we set up internet connection. And this is what I'm talking about. Before it even asks me what my IP address is, or whether I want to, automatically get one, or manually put all that information in, it times out, because it doesn't ask me. I'm assuming it'll ask me after this, or just doesn't straight up do it for Wi-Fi for some unknown reason. But then when I go to LAN, go custom, manual, they're automatically in here. What the fuck, Sony? Like, this just doesn't make any sense, mate. Like, the LAN connection is what it's supposed to be for Wi-Fi, but you're trying to make it easier for people. I don't want it to be easier if it's not going to work for me. Do you understand me? Notifications. So if I turn that off, it turns every notification off. But, for stuff like messages, friend requests, invitations, stuff like that, I still want those there. But on top of that, I don't really want them to show at the top. Like that. But yet there's no option for me to turn that off, which is a little bit awkward. Users is a little bit of a weird one, because there's no option here that states, I can change user. The way that we go about doing that is click up, no, middle button, I think it was. Yep, middle button, switch user. And I can create a new user that way. I don't know, it just feels weird. Like, it's not a bad idea, but it is still weird. And another awkward moment that I figured out, well, I didn't figure out, obviously a few other people may have as well, but if I hold down the PS button to turn the controller off, it goes to the quick menu before it turns the controller off. And when it turns the controller off, you'll see that it goes back here and says the DualShock 4 has been disconnected. Why do you even bring up that menu? You don't, on the PS3, you don't bring up the, say if you're watching something, it doesn't bring up the original XMB. So why do you bring up a quick menu on the PS4? And now the reason why I say it like that is because it's just, it's strange that I have to wait 10 seconds whilst looking at this other screen, even if I'm watching stuff. So I waste that amount of time. Now, yes, it's 10 seconds, but still, it is that extra wait time that shouldn't be occurring. Anyway, my name is Rampage. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you hate about the next-gen systems. Oh, I should probably mention that the disk drive is fucking loud, and it vibrates every time I put a disc in. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so there was another weird thing that I noticed after I stopped the video. But if I put in a disc, say Uncharted Drake's, Nathan Drake Collection, whatever, which is a game I own the physical copy of it, but yet when I go down to Overview, it says that I have to buy the game again, or, that there's the option to buy it. I understand that it's a quick option, but if I actually have the disc in, it shouldn't ask me to buy it, Sony. Because I am not buying a game that I just put in the fucking disc tray, and I can accidentally click it. Now, if you have automatic payments on, that would be an absolute bitch, wouldn't it? I don't know if there is such a thing as automatic payments, but I'm going to click back before it tries to charge me. But anyway, see you guys next time. Peace out.